Alright, cool, I'm back. I was gonna get into the tablet I just purchased along with a compact flash card for my point and shoot camera, but before that, um I don't know what compelled me to make a video in the first place. Um like my dad, I told him my situation where like I have to kill some time between now and when the pharmacy opens at 9 o'clock. So he gave me his computer and 9 times out of 10, I opt not to create a video log, but it's been quite some time since I've done it before, and as shitty or lame as these may be, I hope with time, you know, there would be some improvement to where at some point I could take a look back and, sort of laugh at like, some of these earlier installments. But speaking of earlier installments, I'm kind of new to like the video blogging world, but um, with photography, I've been doing that for quite some time, at least going back to 2006 when I started going to competitions and um, expos and uh, things of that nature. But I got an email and from J Album. I barely check my email. There's like a lot of stuff, a lot of junk from Meetup, Long Island Raw, vegans. I hope they don't send me any more like emails because I don't know. I don't even use Meetup like I should, but for some reason, like whenever I join a group, they just like spam my box to no end. Like Couchsurfing used to be the same way, but I was able to get rid of them. But I was going into J albums. I got an email stating that like my J albums would be I had like 24 hours to retrieve my galleries and my photos, my online albums because like after that 24-hour period is over, they would be deleted. And at the time, I figured, okay, let me act on this. But of course, I went to sleep, woke up, forgot all about it. And now I go on like the J album. I Google NYC Rollers J album, and there's a couple of familiar albums from like Mardi Gras and other events, and they're pretty much like dead links. I was able to revive like one or two dead links in the past, but yeah, I really hope. Um, I mean, there's a lot of stuff like I remember I used to be part of this website, quarterwater.com, and I had a bunch of videos, and they were on a hard drive, and basically the hard drive went bad, and I mean, my uncle has the copy to the videos, but we're not exactly on speaking terms. I know we're not. I mean, he's not like blood related, but that's going to be like the absolute like final resource. I mean, I'm more or less leaning towards like paying $400 for some like company to do data recovery off the hard drive that's no longer working. But yeah, that was the first time I lost like a lot of like it wasn't just videos, it was photographs. I mean, I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into that website, and for him to just shut it down completely. It's been about a good 7 years since that happened, but yeah, that's like the first time I've had like a big chunk of work, just pretty much flushed down the toilet, never to be seen again. I mean, hopefully, I don't think I'll be famous, but I was watching actually, not to go off into like segue off from what I was talking about, but I was watching Showtime, and I recently got like 4 premium channels, and 9 times out of 10 there's like nothing to watch whatsoever. But every so often I may look up and flip some channels and come across a documentary or a movie. In this case, it was a documentary on Chris Crocker. Um, I don't know how I can like tag him, but anyway, it was like a 90-minute documentary on like everyone knows him as like the dude who made that Britney Spears video. You know, the title of it was "Leave Britney Alone," and it went like the documentary showed a lot of highs and lows. How he went out to L.A. He was promised a television deal, and he spent some time out there, but he kind of crawled back to I think he's from Tennessee with his tail between his legs. And I mean, the story kind of does have a happy ending. He became a Google partner, and he gets checks for like $3,000 for partnering up with Google. Not that I plan to sell out anytime soon, but my PayPal account does have a balance of zero and a shitty AdSense. I use AdSense, and after having on a website or blog for like a year or two, it literally generated like pennies. So I just said fuck it and just took that shit off. And you know, I mean, I was looking for ways to like capitalize on being a professional blogger. Um, Maybe I might hear some news in like the next 3 weeks where I might be getting a monthly check in the mail as to where I would do things like this pretty much to occupy my time like what most other artists do. I know I was talking about Chris Crocker. Not that I wanna like, have an angle. His angle was like, Britney Spears fan slash like, uh, what do you call those like flaming homosexuals? But in any case, speaking of homosexuals, um, I was doing some transactions on Craigslist. Some dude was selling magic mushrooms. He wanted $60 for an eighth, but I was not going to pay $60 for an eighth. The most I would pay is like 40. Back when I was college, it was like 30 for an eighth. The only Craigslist deal that actually um, went through for me was there was someone who was like looking to get rid of his gay porn, and looking at it, I just kind of responded to it as a joke. Um, but nevertheless, this dude was like, followed up and like was consistent, and you know, I kind of wish there was more people on Craigslist, particularly if not like eBay and other online avenues that was reliable. This dude gave me some shit. He was giving away a Pentium 3 computer, and he was giving me shit over the phone to the point where it's like, what, I'm not interested. I'm not gonna go out to Journal Square for slow ass Pentium 3 PC anyway. Um, but yeah, I mentioned that gay porn bit. I might as well explain that while I got a minute and a half left. Um, I don't know. I'm kind of hoping I can like sell it. If I if I'm able to sell it off individually, I'll make a nice profit considering that I didn't pay nothing for it. Um, yeah, I'm not planning to do that anytime soon, but the VHS tapes, yeah, that's, the sooner I can sell those off, the better, because, pretty soon that's going to be in the same sort of league as 8-track and High 8 and Betamax, and, you know, a minute left. I forgot what I was going to get into. Oh yeah, I was talking about my J albums. Yeah, I can close it out for the next 45 seconds. So, probably after I come back from the pharmacy, I'm gonna see how much, data recovery I can do. Currently, I was initially my plan was to spend time on Google Plus. I'm fairly new to Google Plus, but as far as photos are concerned, it's a great utility. So I plan on organizing my photos with Google Plus. I did organize it with Flickr, but unfortunately, Flickr isn't. I mean, yes, a free service. Now they offer um, like 1 terabyte of space, but I'll get into that with the next video. It's 10:05. I don't know if I'm gonna look into exactly how long these little webcams can actually be, because you would think 10 minutes would be enough time, but I mean I could easily bang out a half an hour video um, instead of like making like 10 videos that are like 10 minutes each. So with that said, peace.